The sweat-drenched turf of the Gold Coast training ground is currently a battlefield, and the casualty could be the career of a former premiership winner. Sam Verrills, the man who once opened the scoring in an NRL Grand Final, is now staring down the barrel of a new reality where his starting spot is anything but guaranteed. The arrival of former Penrith understudy Luke Sommerton and the hard-hitting Oliver Pascoe has turned the hooker position into a high-stakes lottery that is keeping the entire Titans squad on edge. For the first time in years, the hierarchy at Parkwood is being dismantled brick by brick, and the message from the coaching staff is blunt: the past doesn't matter, and the number 9 jersey is officially up for grabs. Verrills has watched as new recruits bring the brutal, winning culture of the Panthers system directly into his backyard, creating a psychological pressure cooker that few players are equipped to handle. This isn't just a friendly preseason competition, it is a fight for survival in a roster that is being ruthlessly overhauled to find a winning formula. If you want to stay ahead of every massive roster move and the latest breaking news in the world of rugby league, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications for all sports updates. This is your home for the rawest coverage on the planet. Verrills has never been a man to shy away from a challenge, but the specific nature of this dual-threat arrival has forced him to find a gear he hasn't used since his debut days at the Roosters. Luke Sommerton isn't just a backup, he is a player who has tasted the elite standards of the Penrith dynasty and is hungry to prove he belongs in a starting 17 every single week. Meanwhile, Oliver Pascoe is riding the momentum of a host plus Cup Player of the Year season, bringing a raw, unrefined energy that could disrupt the traditional flow of the Titans' attacking line. Verrills has publicly embraced the challenge, stating that everyone has to fight for their jersey and that the internal competition is the only way to drag the club out of the bottom half of the ladder. He knows that his experience is his greatest asset, but in the modern game, experience can quickly be overtaken by younger, more explosive athletes who are willing to risk everything for a chance at the big time. The arrival of new coach Josh Hannery has added another layer of unpredictability to the situation, as he is clearly looking to establish a culture of accountability that doesn't rely on established names. Hannery has been vocal about his desire to see a more clinical and defensive-minded middle third, and he is using the hooker battle as the litmus test for the entire squad's commitment. Verrills has spent much of the preseason working on his defensive efficiency and his connection with the new-look spine, knowing that any slip in performance could see him relegated to the bench or even the reserve grade. The chemistry between the hooker and the halves is the heartbeat of any successful team, and with Jaden Campbell and Adge Brimson also fighting for their preferred roles, the entire attacking structure of the Gold Coast is in a state of flux. Verrills is essentially auditioning for his own job every single morning, proving that he can still be the general who leads this team through the dark periods of a match. Stay locked in with all sports updates for the best analysis and the fastest updates on your favorite athletes as we track the battle for the Titans' number 9 jersey. The physical toll of this battle is becoming evident as the intensity of the contact sessions reaches a fever pitch, with Verrills often going head-to-head with Sommerton in grueling defensive drills. This isn't the first time Sam has faced adversity, having overcome significant injuries in the past, but the mental strain of having a legitimate contender breathing down your neck is a different kind of challenge entirely. He has been forced to refine his service from dumber half, focusing on a lightning-fast delivery that can capitalize on the speed of the Titans' outside backs like a Lofiana Campbell. The data-driven approach of the modern NRL means that every pass, every tackle, and every run is being measured against the output of his rivals, leaving no room for a bad day at the office. Verrills understands that the days of guaranteed starting spots are dead and buried, replaced by a meritocracy that rewards the player who can most consistently execute the coach's specific game plan under extreme fatigue. For Luke Sommerton, this move to the Gold Coast represents a career-defining opportunity to escape the shadow of the world-class hookers at Penrith and establish himself as a premier dummy half in his own right. He has brought a level of professional discipline that has reportedly impressed the senior players at the Titans, forcing the veterans to elevate their own standards just to keep pace with him. This healthy friction is exactly what the club has lacked in previous seasons, where a lack of depth often led to complacency in the starting lineup. Sommerton's ability to play 80 minutes or provide a spark off the bench makes him a versatile weapon that Hannery could deploy in several different ways, further complicating the selection headache for the round 1 clash. Verrills, however, remains confident that his tactical understanding of the game and his ability to read the defensive line will ultimately keep him in the starting role when the season finally kicks off. Oliver Pascoe's inclusion in this battle is the true wildcard, as he represents the grassroots success story that fans love to get behind. After dominating the state league, he has nothing to lose and everything to gain by throwing himself into the professional environment with a fearless attitude. His style is less structured than that of Verrills or Sommerton, often relying on instinct and a powerful running game that can catch tired markers off guard. While he might be considered the underdog in this three-way race, his presence ensures that neither of the senior hookers can afford to take a single play off during training. Verrills has spoken highly of the young utility, noting that the energy Pascoe brings to the group is infectious and forces everyone to remember why they started playing the game in the first place. The battle for the number 9 jersey is no longer a two-man race, it is a multifaceted tactical puzzle that will define the Titans' identity for the 2026 season. As the pre-season trials approach, the pressure will only intensify as the theoretical battles on the training paddock translate into real-world performance under the bright lights of the stadium. Verrills knows that the fans will be watching his every move, ready to compare his service and leadership to that of the newcomers. He has emphasized the need for a warfare mindset, a psychological shift that views every opponent, even those within his own team, as a hurdle to be cleared on the path to a premiership. The history of the NRL is littered with players who lost their spots during the preseason and never truly recovered, and Sam is determined not to become another cautionary tale of a veteran replaced by the next big thing. He is training with a chip on his shoulder, fueled by the skepticism of those who think his best days are behind him following a series of disruptive injury seasons in the blue and gold. The broader impact of this positional battle is a sense of renewed hope for a Titans fan base that has endured years of inconsistency and unfulfilled potential. By fostering a culture where every jersey must be earned through blood, sweat, and performance, the club is finally addressing the soft underbelly that has plagued them in high-pressure matches. Verrills is the face of this transformation, proving that even a player with a premiership ring can still find the hunger to compete like a rookie fighting for his first contract. The outcome of this dumb-a-half challenge will likely dictate how the Titans manage their sets and how much freedom their creative players are given to attack the line. If Verrills can hold on to his spot, it will be a testament to his resilience and his evolution as a player. If he falls, it will signal the definitive start of a new, uncompromising era for the Gold Coast. In the final analysis, the battle for the number 9 jersey is a microcosm of the entire NRL, a brutal, unforgiving competition where only the strongest and most adaptable survive. Sam Verrills is currently standing at a crossroads, and the next few weeks will determine whether he continues as a leader of this team or becomes a veteran mentor watching from the sidelines. The challenge from Sommerton and Pascoe has lit a fire under the incumbent, and the resulting heat is exactly what the Titans need to forge a squad capable of competing for a maiden premiership. The story of the 2026 season is being written right now on the training fields of the Gold Coast, and the ending is still very much in doubt. One thing is certain: when the whistle blows for round 1, the man wearing the number 9 jersey will have earned it through the most intense internal competition in the club's history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the most intense positional battle in the NRL today, make sure to like this video and share it with your fellow fans to keep the conversation going. For more exclusive content and the latest news, subscribe to All Sports Updates, and we'll see you in the next one. Would you like me to research the predicted round 1 team lists for the Titans to see where the experts think Verrills will land in the final 17?